Yo, what's up? It's cold here in Florida. Super cold. It's like in the 50s out here. But we're snuggled up, hanging out on the swing. DOG and me. And I want to just share some thoughts with you guys on how my day went. A lot of people look at entrepreneurs and see all the great things, and they dream about being in their shoes and experiencing life with them, or how it is occurring for them. And not every day is like the best day in the world. I will tell you this, as an entrepreneur, there are definitely a lot more better days than having a 9-to-5 lifestyle. And when I say a 9-to-5, that's like a work week, work for the boss. So there's definitely a lot more harder days when I was doing the 9-to-5 than there are as an entrepreneur. But a lot of entrepreneurs don't necessarily expose their tough, harder days. And, I just want to bring to you guys what it looks like to be an entrepreneur, what it looks like to go from having nothing to having it, to having a lot, to going to not having it, to going to having a lot, and all in between. Like, what does it take to have a lot? What happens when it doesn't become a lot? And living that life, just sharing with you that the best part of all of it is that I have the freedom. And today I woke up, and what I really wanted to do is I take Thursdays to myself, because in the 10 commandments, it actually says the only commandment for us, for you, for me, for anybody, any human being, is to have a day of rest. To have a day of rest. And it's something that I work on. It's something that is actually really big in my traditional faith that I was raised in, which is Judaism. And I still to this day see neighbors in my neighborhood, in my area of where I live, where every Saturday the Jewish faith, the believers, they take off. And they literally take off to the point where there's no electronics, there's no TV, there's no driving cars, and a lot of them also even fast. And it's so good for you to just take a break and detach. And that's today for me. So if you are following this commandment, put in number 4 in the comments so I could see who's living by the only rules that we were ever given, right? And it's crazy to know that most people don't even know them. And I realized I was one of those people until like 10 months ago, when I was like, wait a second, if I'm going to preach and live by this, then I probably should know it, right? So I decided to memorize it, and it was a simple thing to memorize, knowing that, others come first, God comes first, not others, God comes first, then you, then everyone else. So you just break it down. The first 3, I want to see what you guys know. If you know the 10 commandments, put in 10 for the 10 commandments and list them. The first 3 are for God. The 4th one is for yourself. And the 6 are for everyone else. We get 1 to ourselves. And most people don't live by it. And I'll tell you, I'm not always one to say that I take a day off and do nothing. Today's my day off and I'm on a live with you guys, right? But if I'm doing a live and it's what I love doing, I'm an educator, I'm an influencer, I'm a teacher. I love to teach, right? So being on here and doing this is 1, what I love doing, so am I technically working? And 2, I had made a commitment that I would be on here every day. And if I'm not on this feed, if I'm not on this live, my personal page, then I'm on the Making Dreams a Reality page. So make sure you get on there, because yesterday was a really great one by Narcassia. And I'm sure she's watching, but I can't see you guys that far from here. I'll have to get up and look. And we talked about the attraction of money, attracting money. And just by listening to a 3.5-minute song and listening to a meditation at night consistently changes your focus and allows you to understand that it's just a matter of attracting what you want. And I'm learning this in many different areas. So when I woke up today thinking that, I wanted to go and ride bicycles to the beach and rollerblade on the boardwalk. But I woke up and it was overcast. But it wasn't because it was overcast that I didn't go. It was because I actually only saw out the window and took my dad's word of advice that it wasn't a beach day. But by the time that I decided to go get dinner in the evening around 3 o'clock, 4, it was beautiful out. So there was no reason why I couldn't go to the beach and do what I said that I would do. So for whatever reason, from that moment on, the day just went like shit. The whole day. I should have went to the beach and rollerbladed. And it probably wouldn't have occurred with everything that happened. And I'll just share with you, not in detail, it's personal information, but it's crazy to understand and see now what people's reality is, and most of the time it's a lack of communication. And it happened several times today where the communication was just not clear or even happening. I don't know if you guys ever talk to your friends or your family through text and have a conversation and it goes sour. And then next thing you discover is that it was all because the communication or the emotion wasn't there to have a full understanding of what was really going on. So once this morning, the communication with my family wasn't present, and I was able to step outside of that and just have it be for me to understand that it was just the communication. It was the lack of understanding, and fear stepped in to the point where everything that I was doing to help my family got stopped on its track, and nothing else happened for the rest of the day in that matter. All right, sorry about that. What's up? Hey everybody, Tiffany, Judy, Frederick, Linda, Carmen, Younghwa, hello Queen. Yes, enjoy Vegas. So yeah. Oh, I love these things. I love swings. So if we ever go to the park, you're gonna definitely find me on the swing. So the communication stopped right there. And it never continued. And that's, now I know, like, when the energy lowers, and you could just step into the room and be with somebody and know, like, something's off, right? The energies are off, like something's not right. If you guys feel me, put energy in the comments. And it's still occurring for me right now, which is why I decided to come share live with you and share with you, that it's not always, as my mom would say, fairyland, right? Dreamland. And we have those tough days, and it's great to share and relate with each other, because I know I'm not the only one having a tough day, right? And it wasn't necessarily a tough day. It was a day of awareness. It was a day of, I guess you can say, emotion that I allowed to occur. Because you can allow things to happen for yourself, or you could just allow it to be there and end whatever it is that's happening. But it's different when you step in a room with other people, because you may not be on the same level as understanding or communication or education, right? A lot of different factors. But when you step in a room and you just know that something's not right, then there has to be a conversation. there should definitely be a conversation, or else that can keep occurring, and it will be continue to be pressured down, and then one day, if it's not communicated, you probably all already know you have explosion, right? And DOG. And then it occurred again in the afternoon, to the point where there was a lot of communication, and it was because both people are open with communication. There's a level of understanding, there's a level of trust. So when you're able to communicate with people, you can have a lot of clarity and clearing in your life, right? So, moral of the story, communication is everything. It's everything. And it's something that I'm very big on. I teach it in depth with our Top Earners Academy, Laser Focus Fundamentals. And if you want some more information, just put tea in the comments, like you're having a cup of tea. And we will actually be having a master class coming up soon. I'm working on some big things in store right now, because I know a lot of you guys want to attend tea, and you still can, but we'll give you a little mini series on a day for a few hours and bring to you some awareness with our master class. So like always, if you're watching live, put the L. If you're watching the replay, put the R. And tag a friend that, really can understand the power of communication and really gain some knowledge and awareness around it. Because communication is everything. That's what we all do, right? So, have a blessed day. Thanks for watching, Younghwa, Sarah, Tracy, Jesus. Talk to you guys soon.